Hey everybody, welcome back. We're getting ready to solve some exponential equations here. And we'll do logarithmics in other videos. There's going to be several, but we're going to start with exponential equations, and we'll use logarithms to solve them, okay? Now in this video, you're going to find that I have to do pretty much, I won't say a lot, but a good amount of writing. So you're going to probably need to write, when you're writing this down, I'll have to clean off my whiteboard and because it won't hold some of these equations, the whole thing. So you'll need to write it down and pause the video as you need to for that. Okay, so let's get started. And I'm going to try to make note of the properties I use as I go through them to help you out. Okay, so let's get started. We have a set of guidelines here, sort of an algorithm to breaking this stuff down. It says exponential and logarithmic equations. So we're just starting on the exponentials now. And it says, first thing you always do. It doesn't say that, but I'm saying it. Isolate the exponential expression on one side of the equation. And look at our example 1 down here. That is an exponential expression, and it's already isolated. So we don't need step 1 for this one, but sometimes we will. All right? Take the logarithm of each side, then use the laws of logarithms to bring down the exponent. Okay? Then solve for the variable. So we're going to follow these steps, and I'll point them out as we go along. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let me pull this into full view here. We're going to need as much of that whiteboard as we can get, probably. And we'll get that over to here. All right, so this one's really not too bad. We're going to take a look at solving 3 raised to the x plus 2, and that's equal to 7. Okay? So step 1 says isolate the exponential expression. We already said we don't need to do that. Step 2, take the logarithm of both sides. Now, you can take any log you want of both sides, and it will bring the exponent down. But there's a smart one to use, and it would be whatever base this is. This is base 3, so we choose log base 3 because your rule says log base a of a to the x is x, right? So if I choose log base 3, it's just going to give me that x plus 2, but I'll show my steps. So I'm going to choose log base 3 of 3 to the x plus 2, and that's equal to log base 3 of 7, right? And now this gives me x plus 2. It drops it down. Somebody might say, well, you could use this law. All right, we have another law we could look at here. Base a of cap a to the c is c log, messed that up, log a of a, right? That's your third law. And you could look at it that way too, but see log 3 of 3 is a 1. So if you move that out front, it's going to drop down and become a 1 anyway. So you just get this. Log 3 of 7. And now the third step says isolate or solve the, what does it say? Something about solve for the variable. Okay, so that's this last step right here. So step 2, we took the log of both sides, making a clever choice of the log we chose. We chose it based on that base right there. And now we just subtract 2 to the other side to get log base 3 of 7 minus 2. Okay, and that's an exact answer. Could we approximate this? Absolutely, and we should. Just to check this thing out real quick, let's go to our calculator. Oh boy, what was I working on? Okay, let's go to the calculator and see what we get. We said we have log base 3. I'm going to get that from here. I'm hoping you guys have a newer calculator kind of like this one. It really makes this easy. Log base 3 of 7. And we want to subtract 2. So this will give us an approximation. All right, there's our approximate answer. And here's a way we can check this. Let's take 3, raise it to the x, which happens to be that, plus 2. And it's supposed to be equal to 7, and it is. So we checked it at the same time, and we know that our solution's correct. And we could say it's approximately, if you're working in delta math or something, and they want an approximate answer, come on now, we would say it's approximately negative 0.2288, or whatever decimal place they're requiring, and it says it in there. All right, so there's our first one. And we'll follow those same steps, and we get to one like example 2, we're still following the same algorithmic steps where we would say first isolate the exponential expression, and that step is required on this one. Okay, simple one again. And so we have 8e to the 2x. Now this is a pretty typical one for application problems. A lot of times you work with the natural logs and base e, and you'll run into a lot of these like this. You got to be really fast, not fast, but you got to be comfortable doing them. So when you're doing an application problem, you're focusing on the language and the application of the mathematics instead of the skill of just solving, right? That's a lower level skill. So we want to become very good at solving and where we can think about the problems in more depth. All right, so the first step here is isolate the exponential expression. There's an 8 being multiplied to this base e, so we're going to divide it out of here. Okay, we're going to divide both sides by that 8. So e to the 2x is equal to 28 is 5/2. So we'll go ahead and reduce that. And now we're at step 2. Take the log of both sides. And again, you can take any log you want, but a clever choice would be the natural log because it's base e. So we're going to say natural log of e to the 2x equal to the natural log of 5/2. Well, log, now we're going to use this property. I said I'd bring them up. Natural log of e to the x is x, right? So we're going to get 2x. I'm going to bring this up to here to finish it. 2x is equal to the natural log, I'm going to put that in parentheses, 5/2, and now we would divide by 2 to solve for x, or multiply by 1/2, whichever way you want to look at it. It might look a little better to multiply by 1/2 in our final answer. We can say it's 1/2 natural log 5/2. Or you could say it's divided by 2, either way. And again, you could check this one by plugging this into a calculator to get approximation, and do it the same way. If I was going to plug it in the calculator, I would just say natural log of 5/2 divided by 2, and we get, there's our approximation. Is it equal to 8 e to the 2 times that stuff, and that is a 20. Back to our original equation, it checks out. Okay, smart to check these, and yeah, we're supposed to be 20. All right, so that's another one, and I think that we'll do example 3 and 4 in another video. So we'll call this exponential equations part 1, and we'll take a look at 3 and 4 in the next video. Okay, I'll see you in the next one, guys.